Around the state are coming together this week in the state capitol to lobby for legalizing marijuana in Wisconsin. The state legislature has to put a referendum up for a vote on a statewide ballot and have it passed there before it can become a law. So will Wisconsin be the 19th state to legalize marijuana? Supporters hope legislators consider Colorado and Washington, the latest states to legalize recreational use. NBC 26's Jonathan Gregg has been following this story and joins us live at 6.
Whether to legalize marijuana for medical use or recreation is one of those prevalent issues being talked about in states across the country. But even though more states are legalizing it, doesn't mean Wisconsin is next.
When it comes to the marijuana debate, it's easy to find opinion at the University of Wisconsin-Green Bay.
When it comes to medical, I feel like that's something that will happen.
If it's going to be legalized, I think it should be legalized for recreational use.
On the minds of the populace? Perhaps, but that doesn't mean Wisconsinites will be voting on the issue anytime soon.
I think when it comes to state legislation, when it comes to national legislation, you're going to see a continued focus on things like job creation, on the economy.
Our Michigan neighbors legalized medical marijuana in 2008. Menominee Police Chief Brett Bottbeil hasn't been a big fan of the law.
I also believe that there is more abuse that has been brought about by the passage of this law.
Chief Bottbeil says his state's marijuana law was ambiguous, saying law enforcement is still sorting out issues like driving under the influence of pot. But there's a difference in how Michigan and Wisconsin pass laws.
In Michigan, enough signatures will get your issue on a statewide ballot. Not the case in Wisconsin. Legalizing pot will be much more difficult.
The legislature has to first approve it in one session, approve it again in a subsequent session, and then the public has to then vote on the amendment.
Making a push to pass pot in Wisconsin, a pretty tall task.
Colorado and Washington became the first two states to legalize the recreational use of marijuana for adults. Jonathan Gregg, NBC 20.